reality is, the longer this goes on, the greater the chance that my son dies.
Following a recent Castanet series on the lack of addiction services in Kelowna, Mum Pam Rader shares what it's like to be living that reality right now with her son's addiction.
So my son is now 26, but he showed signs of addiction at quite early age, about 14 or 15 in alcohol, and then moved on to cocaine. And then by the time he was 18, he was doing OxyContin, very quickly moved into heroin. And once you get into heroin, things go downhill really quickly. So really, we've been dealing with this for the better part of a decade. It's inevitable that he will relapse before he gets treatment, and anytime a fentanyl addict relapses, they risk death. So the government is literally playing with people's lives, and at no time in the past decade has it been more barriered for people to get treatment than it is now. So whatever they're saying they're doing, I'm not seeing it. My son's not seeing it. It's really ridiculous. And what about all the kids out there that, they're talking about this tent town downtown? I'm like, what about the kids who don't have a mom that can drive them to these appointments or feeding them or whatever? They have no ability to make these appointments and do these things jump through these hoops. They're never going to get help. And then we end up talking about where do we put their tents? It's the wrong conversation.
She says that more needs to be done by the province to ensure that when people suffering from addiction want help, they can get it.
We have a small window when people actually want to get treatment where it can help them. When they're forced in by the government or they're forced in by, courts, it doesn't work. When they're forced in by families, it doesn't work. When they say, hey, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's the window, and we need to make stuff happen really quickly for them. We have several members at our studio who are here because they lost children to addiction. And, I, as a parent, have to actually sit with that every day and go, this is real. I could lose my son because the government won't fund another bed. I can't even fathom that.
Rader says all that she can hope for is that things change for the better and for that to happen soon. For Castanet News in Kelowna, I'm Laura Brooks.